Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq. Joining us for this segment is the Honorable Albert Isola, Gibraltar's Minister for Digital and Financial Services, to discuss blockchain innovation and regulation. Albert, it's great to see you again. Welcome back to Trade Talks.
Thank you, Jill. It's nice to be with you again. Thank you.
One of the greatest barriers to blockchain regulation is ensuring it's built around a sound understanding of the industry and its needs. As Minister for Digital and Financial Services, what are you responsible for?
Well, I think you're absolutely right. A sound understanding of the technology and what it does and what you can do is a critical aspect of developing confidence in the framework that we built. And that is very firmly based in the hands of the regulator. Without a regulator that understands the industry, the technology and the framework that we built around it, it wouldn't be possible. And so my responsibility is very much policy. And our regulator, the Independent Gibraltar Financial Services Commission, is the organization within our jurisdiction that licenses, supervises, and in effect enforces the policy that we set as a government.
What has attracted big industry players such as Bitso, valued at 2.2 billion US, INX, eToro, and more to Gibraltar, a small British overseas territory situated on the south coast of Spain?
I think there are very few jurisdictions around the world, even today, that have a regulatory and legal framework for this industry. We introduced ours on the 1st of January 2018. That's a very, very long time ago. And so we've always set out as our ambition to have quality firms where the consumers, the users of these industries, have some regulatory safeguards, knowing that the firms that they're working with have been through a licensing process and are being regulated. And so it is the comfort of that that makes it attractive for consumers to use these firms. And for the firms themselves, importantly, they have the legal and regulatory certainty that what they're doing is licensed and regulated in a particular jurisdiction. So the combination of those two, I think, is what has led us to have now 14 or 15 very, very good firms operating from Gibraltar with their mind and management in Gibraltar in a fully licensed and regulated, supervised way. That was our ambition in 2018. And I think we've made some fantastic progress to get to where we are today.
How does Gibraltar's DLT legislation facilitate innovation while meeting regulatory and strategic objectives?
I think what we've done is we've understood that you cannot box up blockchain technology and blockchain regulation in the same way that perhaps you can insurance services through the Solvency II directive or investment firms with MiFID. And so we designed a bespoke regulatory framework, which is based on core principles. So the regulator has some discretion in how it polices the periphery of the blockchain space to ensure that the firms are complying. So we had 9 core principles, which are fitness and proprietary, corporate governance, appropriate business plans, security, all the traditional ones that you would see in normal financial services. And we've adapted those specifically for this space. I can tell you that shortly in the coming month, I hope to launch formally and publicly the 10th core principle, which is about market manipulation, which will be the first again of its kind in the blockchain space, which is exciting and important for us to keep at the cutting edge of regulation in this sector.
Yeah, definitely. We look forward to having you back. I'd love to learn more about that. And to wrap up here, Gibraltar has cultivated that culture of expert knowledge around sharing when it comes to the development of DLT regulation. Albert, why has this been a successful strategy?
I think it's been a partnership. It's been a partnership between the public and the private sector. So from day one, when we began to look at introducing this framework, we engaged with the regulator, we engaged with the private sector, and we engaged with the government as a governor of public policy. And those three working around a table to develop and design a scheme that worked for the firms so that it could function, for the consumers so we could give them the adequate level of safeguards that they need, and a system and methodology that the regulator was happy. I think that is what has given us the base to develop and build on. It's important that the private sector are a part of it, because as you said quite rightly, you need to spread the learning, the understanding, so that we get expertise, not just with the regulator, but in the private sector too. So I think that public, private and regulator participation together has been very effective and worked very well for us.
All right, Albert, we appreciate the insight. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.
Thank you very much.